the man, the legend, Scam Sam just getting demolished, going back in for the kill. You thought highly of yourself. Pretty amazing. Big applause. Welcome back, guys. So this is the end. This is the end of Sam's defense. His Hail Mary, attempted Hail Mary. I don't think it's working at all. Essentially, his last chance to really make a good excuse. The lamest way to defend. This could actually just be because that's his best defense. It's essentially like pleading the fifth. I don't recall, I don't remember, I simply don't know. Just to minimize all the consequences. And just like yesterday, prosecutor Danielle Sassoon basically just destroyed, absolutely demolished Scam Sam on just every imaginable angle you can think of. He really got his ass handed to him. So big kudos to Sassoon for slaying the dragon that is Mr. Samuel Bankman-Fried. So yesterday, one major highlight that unfortunately my microphone had died, so I just put it up on text, when they were arguing about the $1 billion revenue, and Sam said he was surprised because Nisha told him. So at that point, Sassoon was highlighting and showing Sam a document that was dated for January of 2021, with Sam acknowledging that some signatures in the document were backdated. And Sassoon asked him, this wasn't the first time that he had signed documents, with Sam acknowledging that, saying that it wasn't the first time, saying, I think it was not. And of course, this is a big deal because Daniel Friedberg, a shady lawyer, had him sign backdated documents to conceal the commingling of funds and the paperwork given to auditors. So Sam acknowledging this goes to show that he did know. He knew, at least partially, the things that he was signing were not exactly done in the proper manner. Another highlight, this one being pretty funny, is when Sassoon asked him, you think of yourself as a smart guy, with Sam saying, in many ways, not always, and Sassoon responding, you thought highly of yourself, and Sam saying, I did. Money God complex. Crypto God complex. A complex deriving out of the ability to print money from thin air, i.e. FTT token, and then of course be able to dip your hand in other people's cookie jar when you're not allowed. And something tells me that a lot of industries, a lot of institutions are doing the same thing. Alrighty, so let's get into it. Okay, so Danielle Sassoon immediately starts going after Sam. Her first question, when you went to the Bahamas regulators, you had built up a cozy relationship with them, haven't you? Sam said, some of them. Asked if he spoke with the Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Philip Davis, if he spoke with him about paying off the Bahamas national debt. He responded, I don't remember that. Asked if he helped the Prime Minister's son with a job. Sam said he talked to him. Sassoon asked if he bragged about Ryan Salome essentially being part of the Bahamian government. And Sam responded, I don't remember that. Then Sassoon shows an exhibit basically alluding to this idea if he wrote that in regards to Ryan Salome. And Sam said yes. And the national debt at the time for the Bahamas was $11.6 billion. Interesting. Asked if he gave the Prime Minister of the Bahamas courtside seats at the Miami Heat Arena. Sam says, I don't remember that. But get this, Sassoon takes out a message that Sam wrote saying that the Prime Minister is at the FTX courtside seats right then and there. Scam Sam just getting demolished. Oh my God. How embarrassing is that? Asked if he had dinner with Bill Clinton and Tony Blair. Sam said something like that. Asked if he invited Tony Blair and former President Clinton through Michael Keeves. Sam said yes. They play a video for the jury with Clinton and Tony Blair and of course Sam. They show another exhibit with the Prime Minister of the Bahamas and Sam and Bill Clinton and Tony Blair, with Sassoon asking if that's him in the picture. He says yes. And then it gets interesting. Asked if he allowed the Bahamas Prime Minister to withdraw his funds. And Sam says yes, and possibly other members of the government of the Bahamas. They show another exhibit asking Sam if that's his email confirming his authorization of citizens of the Bahamas to be able to withdraw their customer funds and be made whole. Sam said yes, that was allowed for a period of time. Asked if he knew about the North Dimension bank account opened with Silvergate, and if he knew that the customer funds were being redirected there, with Sam saying that he became aware of it at some point. Prosecutor asking that nowhere on there does it say Alameda. Sam says no, it does not. Prosecutor, you never disclosed that Alameda was spending out of this bank account. Objection. Overruled. Asked again, did you disclose that? Sam says, I believe I did not. asked, so you permitted this? Sam said, well, I would have thought it was permissible. I didn't raise the issue. I deeply regret. They show another exhibit, asked if he recognizes some of the names on the settlement team list. Sam says, some of them. Asked if they were traders. Sam saying, I don't remember anything in particular about employees, about certain employees. Sassoon, some unknown people spent up to $8 billion without your knowledge. Sam responded, I don't think that's my testimony. Asked about the North Dimension bank account setup. Asked if Caroline Ellison was just a trader at that time. Sam said she was the head of trading. Asked if he fired anyone for spending up to $8 billion of Alameda funds. Sam said, I don't believe so. I don't remember the exact timeline of things. Sassoon jumps in, saying you believe it was permitted to spend fiat deposits. Sam saying, I thought it was folded into risk management, that as the CEO of Alameda, he was concerned with their portfolio, but that at FTX, he was paying attention, but maybe not as much as he should have. Sassoon, do you see K5? A $600 million payment. That's not a margin trade, right? Sam said, no, it's not. $500 million to Anthropic. That's not a margin trade either, right? Sam said, no, it's not. Sassoon, these were your decisions, right? Sam said, no, but I may have authorized them. Sassoon going back in for the kill. Anthropic, that was your decision, correct? Sam said, yes. Sassoon again, what about K5? That was your decision, right? Sam said, yes. The $35 million apartment, that was your decision, right? He said, yes. That one in particular. Okay, this is probably Scam Sam's biggest, craziest claims, I would say. Anyway, Sassoon, did your employees tell you that the code bug had to do with fiat accounts? Sam responding, they said it. I overheard it, that I was distracting them. This is just super bizarre. Sassoon, so your supervisees asked you to stop asking questions. Sam said, yes. What? He said yes, and that he agreed with them, saying that he did not follow up. What is this man thinking? Okay, so Sassoon actually probes a little bit. She says, you canceled a trip to DC just for this, but you never got to the bottom of that. Sam said that others were dealing with it, that he had person 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all dealing with it and telling him that they were on it, saying that he trusted them. Sassoon, you didn't look into it? Objection. Mark Cohen, overruled. Sassoon, you told Adam Yedidia to fix it. Sam said it was a team. Okay, Sam's getting a little funny in the head here. Sassoon, you heard him testify here that he told you that Alameda still owed $8 billion. Sam says, I don't remember hearing him say that. Judge Kaplan chiming in, did you hear him saying those words or in substance? Sam, I don't recall. I don't recall him saying it that day. Judge Kaplan, I didn't ask about that particular day. Sam concedes, says, oh, sorry. He did say that. Prosecutor Sassoon, presenting an exhibit, Alameda balance sheet, tab 2, row 13, fiat at ftx.com, negative 19 billion, corrected to negative 8 billion. Sassoon asking Sam, it's fair to say that you were not transparent to customers about Alameda spending their money. Sam responds that he disagrees with the phrasing of the question. Sassoon calling up another balance sheet showing Alameda $1.5 billion in loans, asking what is the negative asset value for Alameda on that balance sheet. Sam says $8 billion. Next, Sassoon brings up a chat saying that Sam wrote that in a week, FTX and Alameda could liquidate about $3.9 billion. Is that correct? Sam said yes. Asked if that included selling the Robinhood shares and Medulo, not selling, getting the money back. Sam said yes. Showing a message from November the 7th at 3:08 in the morning from Sam acknowledging a hole in the accounts, even if they could liquidate. Sam says, I don't know if a hole is the right word for it. Asked if on November the 7th, if he gave the thumbs up to tweets by customers who said that they were not going to withdraw their funds. Sam responded, I think so. Sassoon, Caroline Ellison identified you, Gary Wang, and Nishat Singh as the co-conspirators. Objection sustained. Sassoon, so you learned that they all pleaded guilty and would be cooperating. Sam said he suspected that, but he can't recall when he heard. Sassoon, you were surprised that Nishat did not plead guilty at first. Here you wrote, Nishad, no plea deal, nothing yet. They'll do it whenever they get past whatever the blocker is. Did you write that? Sam says, I think so. No further questions. Ouch. He got absolutely slaughtered by Danielle Sassoon. Oh my God. Big applause for Danielle Sassoon. She exposed so much of the from this guy. Pretty amazing. I'll bet he's so freaking arrogant, he doesn't even notice he got demolished. Okay, so what follows is the redirect, meaning his defense team will ask him some questions. Mark Cohen, redirect. How many documents did we receive in discovery? Sam saying 10 million. And some could say that maybe the 10 million was done on purpose. Who knows? Mark Cohen, did you review every single file? Sam said absolutely not. Mark Cohen, did you get access to the AWS database? Sam responded that he familiarized himself with it, that before he had a Google database. Mark Cohen, was FTX a public traded company? Sam said no. Asked what factors went into disclosures. Sam responding that if a customer went to NAV0, they would disclose liquidation. That this was a messy situation. That Gary, Nishad, and Ryan had told him someone was trying to take advantage of FTX, and an account could be trying to exploit FTX, with Sam saying that he overrode the risk procedures, and that's when he found out that they were correct. When you spoke with journalists, how long did you prepare? He said, sometimes an hour, sometimes 30 seconds. Mark Cohen, when you told the Vox journalist, regulators, did you say more? Sam said yes, that he was skeptical about them. Asked if he wrote his congressional testimony. Sam said no. Zach Dexter wrote it. Mark Cohen, you said a key principle was to avoid or manage conflict of interest. What did you mean by that? Sam said, I thought we were doing a good job. I don't know if I'd say the same now. Mark Cohen, how else did you attract customers? Sam said a lot of word of mouth, social media, sponsored brands, brand partnerships, and of course, ads. You wrote about the $8 billion liability. You wrote about the fiat ad account. What did you mean by that? Scam Sam, we had not been aware the $8 billion liability, that if Alameda had never had a relationship with FTX, that they would have been in a better spot, obviously. Mark Cohen, Caroline Ellison sent you spreadsheets, balance sheets. Sam said that he told her that would be reasonable, but saying, I did not go through the multiple tabs on the spreadsheet, the balance sheets. Mark Cohen, you were shown sleeping on a private jet. Sam sarcastically said, a very flattering image. Asked, why did you use private jets? Sam saying that he needed to fly to DC quite often. Mark Cohen, where was the Robinhood shares litigation? With Sam saying it's in Antigua, a lawsuit by some individuals there. Mark Cohen, you said that the affirmation was not to assert control of the stock shares of Robinhood. What did you mean by that? With Sam saying that his attorney was assigned to return the shares via bankruptcy. Mark Cohen, you wrote to the Bahamas Attorney General, Brian Pinder, it's your call. What did you mean by that? Sam responding that he took this as them wanting us to allow the withdrawals from the Bahamas. He felt beholden. Objection sustained, stricken. Sam reworded, I wanted to help customers. Coincidentally, that being the Prime Minister in the Bahamas and some government officials in the Bahamas that had money in FTX. Interesting. And with that, no more questions from Mark Cohen. Judge Kaplan asking Sassoon, the prosecution team, if they want to do a recross. They say no. Mark Cohen, we move for a judgment of acquittal. Judge Kaplan denied. They are getting destroyed. So that's it for the day. Closing arguments tomorrow. Absolutely wild. I can't wait to see what the hell they say. Bring it all together. Tie it in. There's no way Scam Sam walks away from this. There's no way. There's no way. I have to say, this is next level sociopathic thinking. Getting caught in lies and lies after lies and contradictions. On top of that, every single person around him, his confidants, they all ganged up, basically pointing the finger at him. But you never know. You just never know. As many favors he bought in the Bahamas, he also did here. Gotta remember that. And that's just a crypto exchange. Just imagine the other financial institutions. Okay, so hopefully I can get this video edited and up ASAP. Apologies if it gets out a little later than expected. For tomorrow, I will be getting jacked up on coffee and pumped for the closing arguments. Absolutely knockout blows from Danielle Sassoon today. And honestly, for however much Mark Cohen is charging, he's charging too much. I guess at the end of the day, where Sam's at, there just is no defense. So if there's one thing to get out of this case, is that hopefully we see a little bit of justice, of course, in this kind of a world at the moment, but also more importantly is that it highlights sort of a tiered system, almost a caste system, even in Western society. And that sounds bizarre to even consider, but it seems to be at play. There's like a weird caste system. I don't know. Just a theory. Thanks again for spending time with me. Please don't forget, smash the like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.